Welcome to today's Facebook Live in Answering the Call. And if you're watching this on YouTube, welcome to you as well. I'm Peggy O'Neill, and I'm the founder of Answering the Call, the Facebook group, and also the creator of Wisdomary Leading, which is a way of leading that aligns with our true nature, our essential nature, who we truly are, one being. And today we're going to talk about self-inquiry opens us to the flow we are. Self-inquiry opens us to the flow we are. We're going to discover and experience what direct path inquiry is, what non-dual inquiry is, key elements of inquiry, and we're going to actually engage in an exercise of self-inquiry. If you're here live, please say hi in the comments. Hello, Sharon. Yeah, you're here. If you're watching this on replay, please put in hashtag replay. I love knowing that you're here. And if you have any comments or questions at any time, either on the replay or while we're live, please put them in the chat and I will respond. So let's dive right in. So as I said, we're going to explore self-inquiry, and the reason I wanted to talk about it here is because it does open us to the flow that we actually are. There's energy, there's creativity, there's aliveness that's always flowing, but if we misunderstand who we truly are, if we believe we're separate, then it's like it tightens the flow. I mean, it restricts the flow. It keeps us from being able to experience the aliveness and the freedom and the joy and the peace that we truly are. So as we know more who we truly are, then that opens the flow, because we relax this sense of separation. We relax this tension that keeps us feeling separate. So that's what we're going to do today, is go into more self-inquiry. So and discover what the direct path inquiry is, because that's the work that I do. We do direct path. That's distinct from, well, we're going to talk about that in a second, but it's distinct from the developmental path, where it takes you years and years and years of meditating on a cushion for 50 years, and then somebody says, oh, maybe now you're finally ready to explore who you truly are. So we can go there now. And then what the non-dual aspect of it is, and then key elements of inquiry, and then do an exercise. So what is direct path inquiry? It's looking directly at experience. Looking directly at experience. And what I mean by looking directly is noticing, recognizing, attending to, being aware of, all those ways of thinking about it. So direct looking at experience means noticing, recognizing, attending to, being aware of. So direct looking at experience in the present moment beyond its content is what direct path inquiry is. Direct looking at experience in the present moment beyond the content. And what's the content? The content is our external world of objects, activities, relationships, substances, as well as our inner world. And the inner world is thoughts, feelings, and sensations. And when we look at direct experience in the present moment beyond all that content, we recognize our true unlimited nature. So it's direct looking at experience. So what self-inquiry is not, it's not classic meditation, where we focus on an object, focus on our breathing, try to get rid of thoughts. No, it's not that. It's not mindfulness. It's not self-awareness, being aware of self in the way that we normally talk about it, paying attention to what I'm doing, that kind of self-awareness. It's not self-consciousness. It's not self-reflection. It's not contemplation. And it's not a practice. Even though today I said we're going to do a practice, it's because our language makes it challenging to describe what we do. So you can call it an exercise, a practice, but it's this, anyway, there's not a better word for it. But it's actually not a practice, which means that it's not something you do to get somewhere. It's not a developmental approach. It's not you don't schedule a time to do it that we normally think of as practices. I'm going to do it 5 times a week for 30 minutes. It's not that. So again, what direct path inquiry is it's not classic meditation, mindfulness, self-awareness, self-consciousness, self-reflection, contemplation, or a practice, and it's not goal-oriented. All right, so I'll see if there are any questions or comments about what I just said. Okay, I don't see any right now, so we'll come back to the next element of this. So what non-dual inquiry is, so the direct path piece of the non-dual direct path inquiry is, the direct path piece means that it's our natural state. The direct path means it's naturally who we already are. We're not deepening anything. We're not attaining anything. We're not cultivating anything. We're not progressing. We're not achieving. And we're not becoming. So our direct path means it's our natural state already. And you hear all of these other words are about trying to go somewhere, get somewhere, be somewhere other than where I already am. So we're not deepening, attaining, cultivating, progressing, achieving, or becoming. That's direct. The non-dual portion of this means that there's only one. There's not two. Everything is unified. All that is. It's universal, eternal. It's beyond space-time. It's aware, alive, knowing. And by knowing, I don't mean knowledge knowing, but knowing, like you know you exist. That kind of knowing. So non-dual means one, not two, unified, all that is, universal, eternal, beyond space-time, aware, alive, knowing. All right, I'll check again to see if we have any questions or comments. No, all right. So now how do we inquire? So the first thing to do inquiry is to come with a beginner's mind. So we're looking right now in this moment, forgetting all knowledge and past experience, letting go of all expectations, ideas, and goals. Don't bring anything to the inquiry except your attention. So think about it. If you're a beginner, you've never done something before, we can bring a lot of expectations and our understanding and so on, but true beginner's mind means we're totally open, we're totally present, totally whatever arises, totally the beginning. So again, beginner's mind, we're looking right now in this moment, forgetting all knowledge and past experience, letting go of all expectations, ideas, and goals, and that we don't bring anything to the inquiry except our attention. So inquiry is also experiential. So we observe what is. We gather experience, meaning it's just all experience coming together. We're not parsing it out or something. It's just all experience. We notice without beliefs, so we don't bring our beliefs into it. We're precise, which means we're really in the moment, noticing what we're noticing. We don't think about it or intellectualize. This is where most people get really caught up, because we start trying to, do I understand this? What does this mean? What am I doing? We try to intellectualize it. We try to think about it. Am I doing it right? Am I there yet? It's very challenging, especially at the beginning for most people, because that's what we're doing. We're reflecting, we're trying to figure it out. And then the other aspect to experiential is that we bring all attention, all our intention, and examine directly, just directly looking. So again, experiential means we observe what is, we gather experience, all experience together. We notice without beliefs, be precise, don't think about it or intellectualize, and bring all your attention and examine directly. Are there any questions or comments now? Coming back to that. Sharon, each moment is a birth. Everything is new, unexpected, over and over and over. Brilliantly said. Yes, beginner's mind, inquiry, direct inquiry. Exactly. Beautifully said. Thank you. All right, so let's now do an inquiry. This one is called Blown Wide Open. You can keep your eyes open or close them, whatever comes to you to do, whichever one comes to you to do. So relax and open your attention wide. Allow attention to be blown wide open. Unfocus from any thoughts, feelings, sensations, sights, or sounds. Allow everything to appear exactly as it is appearing. Allow attention to be open and free. Attention will quickly focus on something like a thought or feeling. When you notice that, again, relax attention to include everything. Knowingly be this open attention in which everything is included. Zoom out from any specific experience. Be this open, aware knowing that already includes everything. Be this awareness that is already aware of everything, including body, thought, sensations, even the idea of a self. This is choiceless, open, aware knowing. Within this, all experiences, internal, like thoughts, and external, like objects and people, appear. Within this open, aware knowing, all experiences, internal, like thoughts, and external, like objects and people, appear. Freedom is knowing that you are this open, aware knowing. Again, very naturally, allow attention to be open and free. You are simply knowing what is already the case. Everything is already happening in aware. There can be thoughts, sensations, feelings. When attention focuses on them, allow attention to be free. Everything is appearing in this aware knowing. All objects, internal and external, are equally known. Instead of focusing attention on any object, allow attention to be on the knowing itself. This open, free attention is you. So that is a practice, an exercise of self-inquiry that we just did. Again, if you have any questions or comments, anything you want to note or share about your experience, that would be welcome too. As you're pondering that and possibly posting that, I'll review today. We said we were going to look at what the direct path inquiry is, what non-dual inquiry is, and we're putting them together here. Key elements of inquiry and a practice of self-inquiry. There are lots of self-inquiry practices, exercises. So what it is, it's a direct looking at experience in the present moment beyond content. It's not meditation, mindfulness, contemplation. It's not like a timed practice, and it's not goal-oriented. The direct path means it's our natural state already. We're already this open, aware knowing. So we don't have to go anywhere. We don't have to deepen, attain, cultivate, progress, achieve, become anything other than what we already are. And non-dual means it's one, not two. It's all that is. It's aware, alive, knowing. And then we inquire with beginner's mind, and it's experiential. It's not rational. It's not thinking. It's not thinking about. It's pure experiential, observing what is. Bringing all your attention to the inquiry and examining directly. And as you do that, you keep returning to yourself, then you start knowing that's who you truly are. Sharon Herrick says, open myself to the search of the experiences, not to identify them, but to allow all to happen at once. Oh, another brilliant insight and comment, Sharon. Open myself to the search of the experiences, not to identify them, but to allow all to happen at once. I just got chills. Exactly. Allow them to happen and know that that's who I am. All of it. So thank you for sharing this time today and exploring direct path, non-dual self-inquiry. I do want to remind you that there is a complimentary workshop that I'm offering on Thursday, January the 18th from 11:30 to 1 Central. And we'll be exploring more being in the flow of life, being open to and experiencing the more abundance, peace, love, freedom, the flow of life. So I hope you'll join us. Just message me or email me at Peggy-O'Neal, ONEAL.com, and I will send you the Zoom link. Invite your friends, family, colleagues, and let's all open more to what's available to us. Possibility, creativity, aliveness. And that's what we'll be focusing on in the complimentary workshop in January. Sharon, thank you, Peggy. I've come to this through my experiences with you. You're welcome, Sharon. Thank you. Thank you. And the same with me. Our experiences together have made a huge difference in my life as well. Thank you. Okay, have a great rest of your day. Bye.